And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, and he finds Tyler Croft. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. At the 34-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Stafford now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
10. No, 59! Hey, motion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pilot, 64, weak. Jump out. Jump.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about...
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Logan. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Stafford now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Logan, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set, 180. Alert. Let's get some penetration. Like 7. Let's get some penetration. Sponge. No. Check. Hey. Fresno. 40 got. Hey, turn it up. 22.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Charlie. Try 70. Switch. General West. All right, boys, here we go. He's coming. Hey, 22. Bang. Hey, easy.
They'll run it here with Logan, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Flowers with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Snags it for the pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Hey, watch the screen. Inside. Watch the screen. Hey, plant. Inside. Hey, box truck. Run.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught by Funchess. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
You got 58. What's it? 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10, Illegal touching is the call.
On first down, Rodgers. Funches has it complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how we do, D.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Eluding the pressure right. Johnson's got it complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. On first down, Stafford here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
40 got, 10. Greystone, travel.
On the carry, it's Logan. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch the slack. Motion.
Here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Rashard Higgins, 85 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice system. He's got him in. Complete. 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Sheds off the tackle, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Open man is Higgins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space? How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Cross. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hey. Get motion. Check. Look at him.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Complete to Jones. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run again with Logan. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Logan. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get him! Watch out. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, you got tight right there.
Stafford now to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Boom. All day, dog.
To throw is Rodgers. And a grab by Croft. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Jump out. Yes. Bravo.
Back to throw. Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Rodgers to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided.